And hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday and back with Christy. Hey, Christy, how are you?
Hello, I'm well, and you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking.
You're very welcome.
And this week we're going to be doing the moon, looking at the artwork of the moon card and what stands out to you. What do you get from this image?
Mm. Well, it's not the sun, which is nice because it's hot right now because it's summer.
Yes, a nice
But
cool evening.
it looks
Yes.
like it's nice, cool, yeah, outside, and there's a nice pool of water with some sort of sea creature. I don't know. Some may say lobster, some may say crayfish, and he looks refreshed, having come up out of that nice, cool water.
Yeah, and taking a little nighttime dip there.
Yep.
In the summertime, it looks like.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, and then you've got these two, dog and wolf, yapping it up, howling at the
Yes.
moon. So you think of howling and a lot of. So you're in this beautiful, scenic outdoors. It's nice, beautiful weather, and suddenly these two dogs are just bark, 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 bark at the moon.
Mm,
So it seems like, because the moon is so beautiful at night. It's just so
yes.
wonderful to look at. And yet here in this card, though, you don't get that. You do get that scenery. This
Mm,
could be a serene, peaceful, beautiful time, but instead these two dogs are there just, or the dog and the wolf, I should say, are there. Actually, it looks like a coyote with that tail. I wonder if it's a
yeah.
coyote and a dog.
I don't know. He's a little puffy there. Like the cats when they get scared.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. He looks kind of like a fox, too. I would think just any wild, sort of untamed canine creature, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. The
Canine like
canine,
creature.
the Canis family.
Yes. Canis.
If that's what it is, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I think so. It's been a while since biology. I'll say you're right.
You took Latin. You should know this. Come on.
Well, this means dog.
But anyway, so yeah, so you get the idea of, it should be peaceful, but instead you can't get any peace.
Well, the moon looks kind of peaceful. Like it's not even disturbed by all their yapping. It's just going to throw some of them yods down again.
I don't know. That moon looks a little ticked off. He looks like his eyebrows down a little bit, like,
Oh, like he's trying to sleep and he's like, just shut up.
yeah, this is the perfect card for that. Like if you get
Yeah.
this card, so we can say, 'cause you ever had a dog barking in the nighttime, you can't get to sleep? This
Yep.
is the card. This is it for it. Waking
Oh,
you up
mm,
for sure.
yeah. Where do you think that road goes?
Road to nowhere, over
Right
the
to the
mountains.
a red lobster.
On the road to your future, somewhere where you need to go. It's where you're headed from the looks of this card.
Sorry.
Path in
Plane's
life.
flying over.
A lot of activity over there.
Yeah, well, I like to
That's
keep
cool.
things active here in the hinterlands.
So yeah, so you got the one dog. The dogs look. I can't tell about the dog's face, but the wolf or coyote looks kind of pissed off too. He looks a little ticked off
Yeah.
there. Growly. His teeth looks like he's showing his teeth there. He's a little.
Mm-hmm.
See that face? Maybe zoom in on that face. He looks a little ticked
Oh,
off there.
yeah. Pretty,
That's a
pretty
ticked off
aggressive
dog.
looking when you get in on it,
You got the
huh?
teeth and everything there. He's not just barking, he's growing those teeth. He's like, "Arr." So yeah,
Yeah.
you get a hostage. I would say it's kind of like a hostile fighting. A lot of bickering and fighting. Like this year with an election year, everybody's all blah, 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 blah. This kind of
Yeah.
shows that craziness.
Yeah, it's interesting because it looks like the dog might just be howling, but the wolf does look like he's growling or something because he does have his. I never even thought about that, but I like that difference in their demeanor. Hmm.
Yeah, it might be slightly different on different cards, but this
Yeah.
universal one
Well,
looks like
this
that.
is the
Yeah.
one I have.
Yeah, I like this deck. It's a great deck. Universal Tarot.
I never noticed this before. This is crazy, but it looks like there's a little ribbon of water or something right there behind that wolf or that angry.
Oh yeah,
See
like
it
over
on
here,
his right?
yeah.
What's that? I never noticed that till you just blew it up. Huh.
It could just be this deck again, but yeah, no, it
Uh,
makes sense.
just kind of out there.
And there's
And
like a little bit of land there that looks like it's been made into a garden or something.
yeah, like it's been plowed or something to plant stuff in. So maybe someone's diverting some of that water down there to irrigate that land. Now I'm getting crazy with the story.
No, no, that's great. No, that's good.
That's
Yeah,
so interesting.
probably.
Hmm.
Well, the water, because you always read like in the people writing that the water is your unconscious
Hmm.
and your emotions.
Yeah.
So, and this is like our tame side, our civilized side versus our animal side. Oops, no, I just lost it.
Oh,
Oops.
now you no, no.
See, this is why I don't like scooting around with this thing. I can never get back to the right place.
Yeah, there you go. Elements
Anyway,
water.
there we go. Illusion Luna.
Hermit, Pisces. Hmm.
Okay, here we go. Back to there.
There.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Let's stop messing around with this. Get careful.
Yeah. Getting a
PDFs.
little
Don't mess with
wash over there.
PDFs, man. It's not like photoshopping. But
Uh,
anyways, yeah. So.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, the moon also that pulls the tides. It's supposed to pull the water in people's bodies, and what we're 98% point something percent water, and the planet's mainly water. And so if the moon is pulling on all the water, I like that kind of squiggle of water there. It's almost like the moon's pulling that water up out of that lake and taking it somewhere else. Now what I mean?
Yeah.
It's moving that water, and it's moving these creatures like lunacy, where you get lunatic from Luna.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so that mania or that just losing your mind sort of thing because of the celestial circumstances, as it were.
And usually when people are having like a psychotic episode or something, and they would be out in public and they would just have a fit like this, they'd be like, ah, they do like wild things.
Yeah, that could be a thing that happens. Yeah, absolutely. Hmm,
Usually.
crazy.
So this kind of covers that a little bit, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. And then the towers seem kind of, I don't really, just looking at it, get it real.
You know what I just thought
Like,
of? I just thought of this. Inside the little tower windows, there's somebody watching you, and
oh,
like the guards or whatever,
I like
snipers,
that. That's
like Big
creepy.
Brother. Yeah. Those
Yeah, I
cards
like
like
that.
that, isn't it? It's like a paranoid card, like who's
Yeah.
next, conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah, mystery or the unknown. Because you get that sense that during the nighttime, you can't have a clear vision of what's actually going on, like during the daytime where everything's well illuminated and you can see everything. And you don't necessarily see someone hiding in the shadows because there aren't so many shadows here. There could be, you know, danger everywhere or someone spying on you. I like that mystery element. I like that a lot.
Yeah, especially when these cards were made, this particular deck in the early 1900s.
Mhm.
I'm always reminded of it when the lights go out, when you have to get around the house with a
Yeah.
flashlight or candles. It was much spookier
Mhm.
then, right? Just even
Yeah.
just inside your regular house at night, it's so much more spookier. And I'm thinking that's probably why ghost stories and spooky stories were so popular then. So this was a scarier
Well, there's still
time.
a lot,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah, but you know what I mean. But like, it just seemed like in general, just in your home and everything, it's just at nighttime
Yeah.
especially, it's just really scary. And it
Yeah.
still is for kids. Kids don't like sleeping with the lights off and that kind of a thing. It's still kind of a scary time.
Yeah. Even some adults. Not me
Like,
per se, but
yeah, yeah,
I'm sure
you
there's
know.
some people. Yeah, well, because your imagination can run wild with you at night. And especially, like you're saying, if there's not a lot of artificial light to illuminate anything, like you can't just flip a light switch. Depending on where you live, you may even still have that as your reality. But yeah, definitely back in the late 1800s in some places and early 1900s. It's
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about, but yeah,
hmm But it's
I
not,
guess.
it's not a dark card like the Devil or the Tower. So it's not like
No.
necessarily a bad thing, but it looks like it's just like an uncertain kind of what's going on. I'm not sure here.
Yeah, and it can definitely be things not appearing as they seem. There's something hidden, some mystery that maybe is not apparent at first glance, like it's not something out in the open. So not necessarily negative, but just maybe something to be mindful of, perhaps.
And it kind of reminds me of the idea of like, you're going down that path. It's something that you need to do. And it
Mm.
reminds me of like a kid on his first day of school, how scary it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that kind of idea is kind of card could represent that. Like you sort of get all
Yeah.
this worried and scared about something until you get there and get it over with, and then you see it for
Yeah,
yourself.
I
And you're
like
like, how
that.
can,
Like fear of the unknown. Which I
yeah.
could see that really strongly in this card because there is a lot of unknown in this card. Like, where does that path go? What, it goes through all these valleys and mountains, and are there scary things on this path? You probably wouldn't see, you'd see pretty far because it's a full moon, it looks like, but not as far as you would during the daytime necessarily.
No, because even at a full moon, it's really difficult to see much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still at night, there are all these carnivorous creatures, nocturnal animals out
Mm-hmm.
that are a little more dangerous than during the daytime. Like we've got this, wild dog of some sort, coyote or wolf or whatever he may be, coming after you, chasing you down the path.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea that, all the things that come out at night, 'cause there's so many animals that only come out at night, rather than the day. So you're sort of dealing with a different situation
Yeah.
here, for sure. Different, just like working at night anywhere is different than working in the day. Or totally different atmosphere, totally different vibe of customers and whatnot.
Oh, yeah,
Scenario.
absolutely.
It's a whole
Yep.
different, whole different scene, whole different
People are
scene.
a little more bizarre in the evenings.
Especially the full moon. So this could be like a
Oh,
full
yeah.
moon or an eclipse. It could be the sun behind there, so this could be an eclipse card as well. Could
Yeah.
also be a crazy time.
Mhm.
And the yachts coming down, making things.
Yeah, it's almost like the energies coming down and making everyone a little nutty.
So I also see this card, yeah, like an election year. This could be like two, people for an election. You have two sides going back and forth, and there's
Yeah,
a lot of deception. There's a lot of lies, a lot of
yeah, I was just
exaggerations.
gonna say.
Yeah, right. It's like people get crazy. They're like, no, this one's that, and that one's this, and that. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of campaign promises that neither one of those parties is gonna honor after the
you
deals
know
are
what it
made,
is? One side is
voted.
Democrats, one side's a Republican, and coming out of the water is like the BLM movement or the Antifa. They're coming out. They're gonna get
Or
pictures of
anybody
them.
else, really. Just like, I don't know, the voters. Who do I vote for?
It's
It's like, maybe
like,
I'll just go back in the lake.
yep,
Forget it.
yep, yep,
Damned if you do and damned if you don't.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it's very, it's a beautiful card, but a disturbing card at the same time. It's definitely the most disturbing card, I think, looking
I
card.
don't know if it's that disturbing. It just gives me like, an indication that maybe something is being hidden, or something's not as clear
Or
as
you
it.
maybe worry too much about something than you should be. Maybe too much turmoil
Yeah,
over something. It's not such a big deal. Everybody needs to calm down.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like making a big deal out of nothing. Like it's an illusion that it's this illusion in your mind that it's something so bad.
Well,
Absolutely.
propaganda. This could be like propaganda. And like
Hmm.
the face in the moon is like the spin doctor.
Yeah,
All this stuff, all these yachts coming down, all the stories they're putting
I
out.
like that. Yeah, and then the people are reacting below, and that's awesome. I never thought about that.
Any kind of idea.
Yep, I can see that.
It's a lunar time. It's a lunar time. Tapping and feeling
Yes,
this
it
card
is.
strongly.
Oh, yes, for many more months.
getting closer. Hang in there, hang in there. Oh, and the yachts, those little yachts could also be coronavirus coming out in a pandemic and everybody losing their crap there. Yeah, a lot of crazy things happen with that, right?
Well, yeah, because you get all that disinformation, like you were just saying with the people, the spin doctors, just like however they want you to see the story, they're going to put that information out for their own purposes and get that, mind sort of that reaction that's not necessarily logical. I mean, I don't see this as a very logical card. We've got, three animals. You're getting people's like gut animalistic reaction to things.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not really thinking logically, like, should I fact check this? They're just reacting first.
Right, it's a very irrational, emotional card. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really like, yeah, playing on people's emotions. I like
yeah.
that. Yeah, that
As
makes
people
sense.
get
Or
react
fear.
emotionally. Yeah, people act
Yeah,
crazy, like buying all this toilet paper
yeah. Hand
and hand
sanitizer. I'm
sanitizer.
gonna do with 20 pounds of toilet paper now.
People stocking their garages full of hand sanitizer and toilet paper.
Uh, well, if it makes them happy, I guess. I don't know.
That
Live
could be
your.
those two towers. Those two towers are filled with toilet
Oh,
paper.
I love that. Yeah, I've got to rent a shed now or a rental unit to put all my hand sanitizer and toilet paper in.
That'll probably go bad in a few months. I don't know how
Toilet
long
paper go
sanitizer lasts.
bad.
Oh my gosh.
Toilet
Crazy.
paper expiring.
How long does the hand sanitizer last? Hand
Oh, I'm
sanitizer.
sure it lasts a long time. It's
Yeah.
just like basically alcohol and aloe vera gel or something. It's,
Okay.
depending what else is in it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not too volatile a substance and
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
melts.
they say I've heard that they don't give it to people in prison because they could drink it and get drunk like a regular alcohol or buzz.
Yeah, um,
Anyways, I'm
alcoholic
digressing here.
people. Yeah, yeah, alcoholic people will drink a lot of stuff with alcohol in it. I had a lady I talked to when I used to work at the mortuary whose mother-in-law was drinking mouthwash and whatever else she could get her hands on. So
Oh
yeah, they will
gosh.
drink
Wow.
whatever they can get their hands on, unfortunately, whether it's good for them or not. So
Mouthwash. Ugh.
yeah, I think that's better than hand sanitizer. If I were gonna pick one of those to drink,
That's true. Yeah, it's a
I
little.
would pick
This
that.
tastes like this is minty, I
Yeah,
guess.
and your breath smells awesome.
It's
You're
good for
not
your
probably
teeth.
gonna get a stomach ache. Well, you might, but hand sanitizer I think would really
Ugh, that would
do
do
a
that.
number on your innards.
Yeah, that would not be good. That would not be good
No.
suggestion. Definitely not. All right, so this could also be a card for going out and having a lobster dinner, I think. Never know.
Yes, I think so. Or maybe getting a new dog or a pet.
Yes, yes,
Mhm. Or your dog's loose and maybe you should go find him.
yes. Yeah, make sure your dog's not barking and bothering the neighbors. Bring him in before everybody gets
Or
crazy.
your lobster's not barking. I don't know, is that a thing they do?
All right, so anything else? Any last words about the moon card?
I don't think so. I think we squoze all the goodness out of this one too.
All right, everyone. So that's what we see in the moon card. What do you see in this artwork? What does it bring out in from your subconscious?
Mhm. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Christy. And until
Well,
next time,
thank you.
bye bye.
Bye.